actually went back to Mafia 2 because a good like, you know, a really great YouTuber that I kind of met, well, I say met, like I know of through starting the channel, and like he's a guy called Ryan Hollinger. He runs the channel Ryan's Theory, which is really great for, you know, pop culture analysis in general, like movies, TV, games, everything, you know. And he's a very astute critic, and an absolute pleasure to listen to. Anyway, he made a video on the Mafia series, and the Mafia series is one that, like, I tried playing Mafia 2 before, and I went into it thinking, like, oh, this is like, I'd seen a bunch of reviews for it saying that this isn't Grand Theft Auto in old times, therefore it's not great. And so I kind of went into it with those expectations, and the first time I saw it, the first time I played it, I was like, this feels a bit kind of empty and lifeless to me, like, because I thought it was meant to be like an open world. That game is not an open world in any, I mean, technically, yes, it is a world in which you can drive technically wherever you want, but ultimately you are driving to objectives. You are driving from one objective marker to another, and you're just driving through this world. That game nails its atmosphere in a way that, like, I haven't really experienced since LA Noire. It's less noir than LA Noire. Like, obviously they're kind of going for fairly similar things, but like
it's just LA. Yeah,
exactly. You know, I mean, technically like Mafia is New York, like, but yeah, it's like, essentially what I love about that game is how it's so mundane. It's like it's like, it's not like GTA where like you start off small and you're rising to the top or whatever. I mean, it's got that, but it's like, it's just, it treats being a gangster as like a day job. Like, that game has you get out of bed, it has you put on clothes, like, you can't leave the house until you put on your clothes. It has you getting
That's good advice. Everybody listening, follow that advice.
But you know, it's got like this, you know, you have to get your car out of the garage, you have to repair your car, you have to go and get gas for your car, you then drive.
Oh god, is that a problem? Gas in games pisses me off sometimes.
It's not a hindrance at all. Like, it's just an interesting aspect that you can partake in if you want.
Okay, as long as it doesn't get too carried away. I'm looking at you, Deadly Premonition.
I still haven't played through Deadly Premonition.
Oh, dude, what the fuck? Okay, continue with Mafia 2.
We'll get on to Deadly Premonition.
Oh yeah.
Like, so yeah, like, you get in your car and you drive across the map. You have to pay attention to, like, road regulations. You have to pay attention. There's a button, you press the L button and it activates a speed limiter. Like, so it limits you to the speed limit of that area, because if you go over that, then the police come after you. If you go through,
that's actually really cool.
If you go through a red light, the police come after you, and all this, like, then you go to your objective, you do some shooting, you know, you drive all the way back, you crash on your friend's couch, and then it starts all over again, and it's so mundane, and it's fucking amazing. It's like, you know, like you say, like, things like that, things like having to pay attention to traffic regulations sounds like the most boring fucking shit on the planet. Like, you just think, like, oh, well, why would, you know, in GTA I can go through any light I want, you know, I can go whatever speed I want, the police won't care as long as I don't kill anyone.
This game doesn't want me to have fun.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but man, it's like stuff like that, like, I mean, this game does some really interesting stuff with transitioning between eras that I won't spoil, but like, it makes it feel that much more tangible. Like, you know, it, like, you can't go fucking wild in that game. Like, you know, it's not a case of, like, you know, oh, you can get into a shootout anytime like you can in Grand Theft Auto, and if you die, you'll just go back to the fucking police station or whatever, and then you can go about your business. Like, it's like if you die, then you go back to the start of the chapter, or you go back to like the last checkpoint. It's a linear game, just like framed by this kind of massive world. It's not an open world per se, it's just a world that frames this story. And I have been loving the shit out of that game, man. Like it's one of these things that, like, once I get off this call, like, I'm gonna go back and play it, because it's like I love, like, I am planning an episode for the show on anti-player games, like games that seem to like try to hinder the viewer. Like, I mean, I did a video on Killer 7 a few weeks ago, about a month ago now. Like, that game is actually stronger because it is not a streamlined player-focused experience. Like, its flaws actually contribute to things like its horror aesthetic, its, you know, like the kind of absurdity of the narrative and stuff like that. Like, Mafia 2 is actually very similar. Like, you can't just do whatever you want. Like, you exist within a world that has rules, and it has very stringent rules, and it has very strong consequences for breaking those rules. But like I mentioned in that episode on sandboxes, like the response of like the police and stuff like that gives weight to the player's actions, and that is like super fucking cool. Like, it honestly, it's like I mean, I've not completed the game yet. I'm probably about a quarter of the way through. I am fucking loving that game, man. It's so good. Like, I would highly recommend people check it out. And thanks to, like I say, thanks to Ryan for kind of sparking that interest in me with his video. So,
it's on sale right now.
If it will ever actually exist. And I have trouble like backing this kind of stuff, but yeah, I mean, if it comes out and, you know, it's good, then I will buy it, you know, but whatever.
I've kickstarted stuff. I think I'm on the thing for ukulele.
It literally just hit 500,000. Holy shit! Yeah.
It still says I was gonna say it still says 499 where I'm looking.
Where were you when System Shock's Kickstarter hit $500,000? I was recording.
I was on the writing on GamesCast.
I was recording a podcast with my good friend Nico.
We've just recorded history. On this recording, you can actually hear the System Shock goal. You can hear make it past the $500,000 mark.
Exactly. What was that? You didn't hear the bell going off in the background? Ding ling ling.
Bing bong, 500K. Oh my god, actually someone literally less than a minute ago just commented, woo, 500K. So shout out to Quantar, less than a minute ago.
Oh, Quantar, he's our boy. Sponsor
is the
of the
official mascot of this
Gamescast.
podcast now.
The hot Quantar minute.
It's the Writing on Gamescast, starring Hamish Black and Nico Blakely, and Quantar. He appears to be a small green dog. Oh my god, this man. Now I'm just looking at Quantar's page. Alright, we probably shouldn't dig into this. He's backed a lot of things, that's all I'm gonna say. Whoa! Yeah, okay. Whoa! God, he's the reason. Hey, okay, thanks for Super Hot Quantar, but other than that, good God, stop.
He's the lead character in Mighty Number 9. He's Keiji Inafune, Quantar.
I thought that looked like Quantar.
Oh, fuck.
Speaking of not recognizing things that you thought you might recognize, what's the deal with Final Fantasy VII Monopoly? Hamish!